Clicker. Doing alright? Oh, fuck me. Shitty day. You alright, you guys? Huh? Same with me. I'm doing alright, but it sucks ass. Did you work last night? Yeah, well, fortunately I wasn't able to go today myself. I had the fucking brakes I did on the wife's vehicle. Last night she was out and about and lost all fucking brakes on it. So I had to fucking have the thing towed back home. Thank God I got a friend that's a tower. And I got it apart basically. Got the new hardware. My wife's. And my brother-in-law was helping me do it, but he had to go pick up his niece from high school. I don't know why the fuck he had to leave at 1:15, but whatever. So I was like, well, I'll come in and roll cigarettes and come on YouNow for about an hour, see what's up. I didn't think there'd be that many people here anyways, but yeah, fucking brakes completely gone. Fuck off. Yeah, I know. Fucking cop comes up to her and says, she was at Target, and I guess she drove around the building to come back out towards the traffic light. And I guess that's when she notices that the brakes went to the ground. But she wasn't going very fast, like, 5-10 miles an hour. And well, the cop seen her hit the curb and go up over it a little bit. Came over there and asked her if she was all right and everything, and she was like, well, yeah, the fucking brakes went out. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it happened there, and then, going down the road at 40 miles an hour, which, I would have known what to done, but probably you would have what to done. I mean, I would have dropped the transmission. I would have fucking slammed it in reverse. You are awesome. But thank God it didn't happen that way. So I'm just waiting for him to come back and give me a hand with it. So I figure I'd come in here for about an hour or so till we got back and, like I say, roll up some of these cancer sticks. And what's going on, Jay Bird? I got you. Thank you for coming a fan. And I figure I'll see what's happening. June 7th, huh? Well, I'm not probably any more confused than I was. And get it all off today. Today's my anniversary. So I go out there, right? And my buddy pulled the car in. He backed it in as far as he could do because he basically tolls semis is what he does. So he had this big ass truck with this car on it. But it was pulled in backwards, and I have an incline on the driveway like most people do for rain and stuff. Well, there you go. And So there's a tree branch on the lady's property next door to me hanging down, right? So I was opening the car door and I was trying to duck down from the branch so I could get in. And what does my stupid ass do? Let's see, where is it? Bam! Right there. Right there. Right down through here. Fucking car door slams right into my head. I mean, I know what an idiot. How can somebody hit their own head in a car door? But I did. I kind of got woozy a little bit and went and sat down. Oh my God. Then, out in the backyard, I'm knocking the fucking drum off the car. And the wooden handle breaks. And the little sludge that I had comes and slams you right in the knee and busts my knee wide open. And on top of it, doesn't look like any anniversary sex because the old lady's fucking bleeding. Can you visit my broadcast? Sure, I'll visit your broadcast. You know me. I have money to do that, okay? I'm not saying I'm filthy rich. I have money to do it. You're right. But I am just so tight with my money that if I could do it, I don't want to spend it. Kind of alarm, I said happy anniversary. Aw, thank you. So, that's just the way I am, you know? Genetics. It's called genetics. Just like how people get diabetes, high blood pressure, sometimes mental problems run in families. So does hair loss. So when you have your great-grandfather, your dad, and now me, pretty sure you're going to lose your hair. Brain. So the bottom line is you can't have hair and brains both at the same time. And I found out that to be true. So. I know ABC and such. That's cool. How's Josh? He's at school. He had to walk this in, unfortunately. And he's going to have to walk home. Can your hair grow back? I mean, I could get, I get a little hair, like 1/8 of an inch, but then that's about it. I mean, very, very minimal. And unfortunately, he's starting to have the receding hairline a little bit now, but he's coming to terms with it. You know, a few years ago, he absolutely beside his, he didn't want to become bald, but it is what it is. You haven't talked in a while? Well, I know his best buddy's here. He graduated this year from school district, and myself personally, I've been bald for so long it doesn't even affect me. I mean, I heard all the jokes and talked about it to numerous people, but I'm sure, they got commercials and stuff that swear if you go have hair transplant and stuff like that, but, I don't really care. I mean, I'm 46, I've been married for 19 years and been with the same girl for 25, so I'm not really concerned about what I look like anymore. You know what I'm saying? Well, I do, but you know what I'm trying to say. As far as my hair, it is what it is. Can I shine your head? Sure, absolutely. Everybody says that. It's funny because I don't know what this new trend is. Like when I take my daughter, cheerleading and stuff to practice and stuff. All the girls, especially at competitions, they all come up and rub my head before competition. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, well, bald guys give good luck if you rub their head. I was like, all right. Well, the first time they placed third. The second time they placed second. Third time they placed first and went to nationals. Or going to nationals. So maybe it is. I don't know. So now they all do it. Well, I mean, normally it's genetic. I mean, but if you don't have anybody else that's, losing the hair in your family, I mean, there's specialists out there that could probably, help you. But I mean, all my sisters, they didn't lose their hair, but it was very thin, very thin. My mom's hair is very thin, but she's older now, but it was always thin. My sisters were able to like grow their hair down to their shoulders, but that's about it. But if you really got close enough, I mean, it was so thin that you could see their scalp. Unfortunately, my dad shaved his head because he was getting. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's been like this for so long, and I don't know. Actually, I kind of like it. I mean, I don't have to worry about messing around with it in the morning. Take a shower the night before work. I don't have to worry about getting up and trying to comb my hair. The only problem is when you do have hair, when you sweat, it kind of catches it a little bit. So when I'm working, I wear a bandana because I mean it just pours down and it goes in your eyes and shit. So I just put a bandana around my head. And actually, I have to probably do that twice a day because they get so sweaty. I work at a factory, and when it's 80, 90 degrees outside, it's like 110, 115 inside. So you sweat. Is that a army haircut? No. It's actually just my everyday look. It's just the way it is, man. Well, I mean, I wash it. Because, I was told, I actually asked a couple people when my wife went and got her hair done. I was tagging along with her, and I was asking them, I said, I don't have no hair, but do you have to, that's the way I've been saying it since I was a kid, like washer. I say washer instead of washer. And I said, do you have to use shampoo? Or can I just regular body wash or something? They're like, no, you should still shampoo the top of your head. I was like, there's no hair. But there's I forgot how they explain it, but something in the shampoo for the top of your head is better than using body wash or anything. So, I mean, I only take a little bit, put it in my hand, and maybe it makes me feel like I got a little hair, I don't know. But yeah, it makes you take a shower for sure. For sure on that. But like I say, it's been like this forever, so since my early 20s, very early 20s. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, especially when it's cheerleading and stuff, like an hour, I mean, my wife spends doing both of their hairs. I mean, Rachel's old enough to, and so is Bree, to comb their hair out, but then the wife's, they got to have a certain way with their bows in their hair, and, the coach wants it one way this time, another way the next time, so, yeah, she spends about a half hour on each of them. Well, me either. Huh? What?
Where's Patrick?
He had surgery today.
He did?
Yes.
My ball.
I already talked to him. Doing fine. Yeah. About what she spends on them. That's just for their hair. Then, they got all this makeup stuff they have to put on for competition and glitter and stuff. I mean, it's really ridiculous. I mean, I don't mind it, but, it kind of reminds me, of, that John Ramsey or Renee Ramsey, whatever, the little girl that got killed many years ago, that was in modeling and stuff, and how they had gobs of makeup on her. And, I mean, she was like, what, 6 or 7, and she looked like she was 12 or 13 at that time. Yeah. And, that's what they do to these girls. I mean, even the ones that are younger, like 4 or 5-year-olds. And, I mean, you look at it and you're like, I mean, is it really necessary? But I guess. If I don't type in, I'm shaving the tennis ball down, so I got you. You're fine. You're fine. But yeah, it's crazy. I love you too, sweetie. I love you too. I can't believe how dead this thing is during the day. I mean, this is only the second time on it during the day. Yeah. Damn it. They changed their they actually sold the company to another company this year. And this company changed, their whole color scheme and everything for cheerleading and everything, so you had to buy brand new uniforms. But the last company, they had them, kind of long. What I mean, kind of long, like almost to the knee. Well, this company comes out with this new cheerleading outfit, and it's like 3 inches from below their ass. And I mean, you got girls from 4 to 18, on different teams there. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just think too much about it. It's not really a big deal because really everybody's there that, has kids. They're probably thinking the same thing, but still, I mean, yeah, it is, and especially in the summertime, But I mean, when they go to competition and stuff, I mean, they got this air and stuff in there. But still, even with the air running full blast, all the parents being there, kids doing their routine, it still gets warm in there. I mean, even the one that's in January, I'll take a very light spring jacket with me just to wear. I know I get a little chilly when I go in, but when I go inside, I just have a T-shirt on because, I mean, last time I went, it was cold out, so I wore a sweatshirt too. And, I mean, I just got really hot inside. And it's just crazy, man. So, I don't know. God damn it. What is wrong with this shit? Almost. I think so. He was in extremely lot of pain when I talked to him, but I talked to him like almost like when he got home. I forgot the hour difference, between my time and his, and he was extremely sore. You could definitely tell. So I didn't keep on the phone very long with him. But yeah, he's hurting pretty good. I think he's gonna try. But I said, listen, you can't, don't worry about it, But if you feel comfortable and want to sit in the chair for a little bit, which maybe it'll do you some good, I don't know. Even if it's for a half an hour or something, come on and visit, us and stuff. But yeah, I don't know why they would have went the way that they did. I mean, I know that's what they used to do a lot, go up through the groin. That vein right in the crease of your leg. But now they do a lot of that stuff going through the wrist, so it's not as painful. I mean, it still hurts, don't get me wrong, but, that is like one of your main arteries that they go in through, especially down there, and right in the crease of it. Whew. I don't know. But yeah, he's very uncomfortable, especially when they got to stick that needle in there to numb it. I mean, I know that, I'm not a real small boy, and he's not a small boy, but still. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel sorry for him. I mean, for being his age, he should not be having, these things done to him at that age, unfortunately. I mean, you would think that, well, people my age shouldn't even have it done. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if they did or not. It only took like 45 minutes, he said, for the whole process once they got him back there. So, but he wasn't out. He wasn't knocked out. I mean, they just like put him in twilight. I mean, he was just loopy. But I mean, he was well, maybe well aware is not the right word to use. I mean, he was conscious, but just high, I guess, is a good way of putting it. He was telling me last night because he was, he was nervous, which I don't blame him. I would have been too. So he wanted me to talk to him a little bit, and he was like, "Yeah, man, when I go there, they gotta shave me down there." And I'm like, "Man, I mean, why can't you shave that shit the night before? And if they have to, just take a razor and just maybe take a swipe or two to get whatever is necessary. If there's any stubbles there or whatever." And he goes, "Well, I hope the girl's hot." He told me today it was like a 60 or 65-year-old woman. I was like, "Man, you couldn't even get a halfway decent young nurse in there to take care of that, eh?" Right. Like I say, I mean, I can understand. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not a fan of surgeries and, all that good stuff. And I can relate to how he would be nervous. I don't know. I would have been. Seriously, I would have been. Especially, I haven't had anything done since I was like 8 or 9 years old when I had my tonsils out. So fortunately, even though I should take care of myself better, I haven't had to have any, surgeries or anything. So, but I can imagine the feeling. But he's been through it before. This is not the first time he had this done. So, I mean, I just think he needs to watch what he's doing a little bit more. He's a bigger guy than I am, but, still, he's got to really watch what he's eating and get a little bit more exercise. I mean, I'm not here to, knock him because I love the guy. I love him. I mean, he's a good friend of mine. I mean, I never met him yet, but I mean, he's a real good cat. But, and I can't really talk a whole lot because, I might be 40 pounds, 45 pounds less than he is, but I'm also, 22 years older than he is, and he's having these problems now. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully he'll change his ways and stuff a little bit, It's not always what you eat, it's not always that. It's how much you consume is what it is. I mean, you shouldn't eat to live. You should live, or you shouldn't live to eat. You should eat to live. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he probably is. Because like I say, maybe it was like 11:30 my time, so it was like 10:30 his time maybe. So, and I know he said he was only home for 15, 20 minutes or something. And it sounded like I actually woke him up, which I didn't want to do. You gonna shave my tennis balls? Oh, you're shaving tennis balls. I got you. But I don't know. What's up, Joker? What it be like? So I'm just figure come on here and wait for my brother-in-law to come back from picking up our niece, so I can finish up the brakes. Jesus. You gotta slow it down, girl. Slow it down. Ouch. Well, it's better than getting your head slammed in the car door while you're opening it and did it yourself. Fucking stupid I am. Problem is, I was half sleeping when he comes over here. He tells me a time and then he shows up like 30 minutes earlier. I've seen stars, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen stars. Yeah, but either one of them did you do? Well, obviously the driving the car part you probably didn't, but I mean, did you slam your own hand in the car? Or somebody slammed your hand in the car? I mean, see, this was done by myself. I was trying to duck a tree branch to get into the car while I was opening the door, and I smacked myself right here. Where the hell is it? Right there. I got a big old, well, not a big old cut, but there's a cut there. And it went all the way down there. So, yeah, figure that out. Yeah, I can see if somebody else done it to me, but I did it to myself. You know, and wife was outside and stuff. She was like, what the fuck happened? Well, because all they heard is thud. So the car was back in and they were sitting on the porch. Next thing they know, they see me sitting on the ground. I'm like, oh my God. Well, it's not bleeding or anything, just a little speck there. Yeah. Oh, I feel like a fucking jackass. Yeah. And of course, you know, when I got in the car, I mean, they all start laughing about it. Because, I mean, I was fine, but, I mean, I chuckled. I was like, how can somebody even do that? How is it possible? But leave it to me. I'll figure it out. Believe me. Nothing surprises me anymore. I think as you get older, man, you become clumsier and dumber. Just my opinion. Probably all the damn drugs I did when I was younger and shit. Yeah. Well, being prescribed benzodiazepines, or however you say it. In other words, Xanax. I mean, that probably didn't never help my brain. It probably was like Swiss cheese. My judgment probably ain't as good as it used to be. What's up, Jay Bird? How are you? But hey, you know, it is what it is. You live and move on. That could be true too. Don't care as much. How much is gas in Minnesota nowadays? See it going up quite a bit, don't you? Just curious. Pretty sure that Florida hit the $3 mark again already, man. What the fuck? Stupid. All right, Ash. Give me a few. I'll be over there. All right. Do 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 do. Oh, who's all in here? Mm 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 mm. I'm an old timer. Why do you think you understand? How are you? Hey, hey, hey. What are you up to? Sorry. Probably my music was too loud. My bad. There was nobody in here, so I was just jamming out some tunes and see what was happening. Right. Well, then there you go. Mm. Hello, 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 hello. Great Britain, eh? How's everybody doing today? Hey, 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 hey. How are you? How are you doing? Doing good today? Ah, thank you for inviting your 481 fans. Dang it. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah? Well, taking a slight break till my buddy gets back here to help me finish up on the break, so we're coming here and chill and wait for him to get back. He's all done. So that's all I'm doing. That's it, that's it, that's it. Other than, thank you. Well, I'm on YouNow for a few till my brother-in-law gets back. Thanks for the 10 likes. Um, Probably another half hour, 35 minutes. Really appreciate it. Very kind. So that's what I'm doing. Just Naya, she just popped in, and I mean, I had a few people here and there, but you know, it's yeah. He came in, but he left, so I don't know. Ken was here for a while, but he went and watched some other girl. And how that goes. So that's what I'm doing. Throwing some cigarettes and waiting for him to get back. What's up, Kyle? He had to go pick up my. Well, it's our niece, but you know her parents died, you know, really young. So I mean, she didn't know her mom, and her dad died, you know, a few years ago. So he kind of took over the household and stuff. So well, it happens. Life goes on. How you feeling? Yeah, that's what I'm doing till probably 2:30, 3 my time. Finish up these things and get them done. All right, brother. How about you? Just chilling? I said, you. I said, you're just chilling out? I'm talking to you. Gotcha. Looks like it's Kyle and Naya still here. Well, what are you going to do? Mm-mm. No, Naya. I just found my school ID. Huh. School's almost over, if not over for you already. Oh, boy. Do you want to pop on for a few, or don't feel like it right now? All right. Huh? All right. I'll hit me up in a little bit. Like I say, he's be here in about a half hour or so. So I mean, I won't be on here long, and I'll finish up those breaks, and that'll be good. Found it cleaning out your purse, huh? Huh? All right, buddy. Get some rest, man. All right. Later. There you go. Be surprised what you'll find in your purse once you clean it out, right? That's what I always hear from people. You would not believe what I found. Oh my God, I didn't know I had $10 at the bottom of my purse. Well, came in handy, didn't it? What's wrong? Krispy Kreme. There you go. Never anything wrong with that. It's probably expired, huh? It's funny. Krispy Kreme's is good, though. That's for sure. Good stuff. True that. True that. Oh, okay. I got you. What grade you going into? I mean, are you done now? Or you still got a couple years or what? Do, 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 do. You have a year left? Right on. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You'll be out before you know it. Trust me on that. And you're going to say, oh, now what am I going to do? Go to college? You know, what am I going to do? Yeah. Then adulthood starts. Start making that paper, start paying bills, you know. There you go. No college for you? You're just going to go work? There you go. Nothing wrong with that. That's very nice of you. I love seeing that, you know. I mean, it's cool. Fortunately, you know, we all need help, especially if your mom's, you know, by herself. It's hard to make it, man, by yourself. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fortunately, or fortunately, I should say, I was able to get in the car industry very quickly after school. So I got lucky. But back then, you know, times were different than what they are now. I mean, they didn't expect you to have much, you know what I'm saying, when you, as far as work history and stuff, you know. As long as you made sure that you graduated, you're okay. Now, I mean, they want you to have some kind of freaking degree or something just to do anything. I mean, you're going to hire someone that's got a degree in something or another before they would hire you if you don't. Matter of fact, a couple of my son's friends, I mean, they're about a year younger than he is, but they're working at McDonald's while they were going through high school, and one of them, they were hiring for one position, and the one that they hired was the one that was attending college instead of him. And he asked why. And they're like, well, college student, they need the money, plus they already got 2 years behind them, you know, which doesn't really mean anything, but yeah, you know, if you get a degree through a community college or something, I mean, one of my nieces graduated from community college and for nursing and did very well. She's doing very well for herself. So I mean, yeah, it's always nice to have the big university, graduation thing, but community college is just as good. I mean, I guess it just depends on your financial situation and how much debt you want to be paying off when you're all said and done. It's just expensive enough just to go through community colleges, I mean, I get it. But I know, man, I got 3 kids coming up. My son's got 1 year left. My daughter's got like 3 or 4, and I got another daughter, so I mean, it's trying to save money for this, trying to save money for that, for them, and actually it's a rolling machine for cigarettes, right? People ask me that, and I get a frown face look, because I usually get yelled at by people on here, but like I say, I'm not proud of it. That's why I always say, hey, never smoke, don't try it. It's very hard. Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. I mean, try to save any kind of money you can.
Are you live?
For a few minutes till Uncle Mark comes back. What are you doing?
This is my tablet.
Well, give me a second and I'll grab it. Settle down.
Uncle Mark's not coming.
Yeah, he is, Bree.
I am.
Here.
Todd?
Yes.
Dad.
Love you. Charge? I mean, you use it, but you want me to charge and make sure everything's all ready for you again. Okay. So get this. In Seattle, people voted to raise the minimum wage. Let's be ethical. Now we get higher. It's the same thing. I know. Believe me, it hasn't happened here in Michigan yet. I mean, we're still at the low end of the totem pole as far as people making a minimum wage. I think it's like $7.85 or something. But I'm not gonna gripe, because listen, I started 25 years ago at $10 an hour for General Motors. Okay, and it took me maybe like almost 3 years to get to the $15 mark. And now, they want to put minimum wage at it. I looked at it like, wow, I worked 3 years of my life. I was fortunate to get into this kind of a job. And, people are going to be able to flip hamburgers for the same thing. But then again, I look at it like this. People are not making enough money to survive. And yes, I know the other side of the coin, things are going to go up. I mean, you hire somebody at McDonald's for $15 an hour, I mean, you're going to be paying more for your food. I mean, I get it. But I don't think it's to the point where, it would super succeed the money that they're making on the hourly wages for what you'd be paying in food. But I also see a lot of things be changing, like, self-serving stations where you're not going to have anybody that's going to be doing cashier. You're going to walk in and there's going to be a machine there and you're going to push what you want, and they're only going to have a few people back there that's cooking fries and making the food. So I mean, now you got an elimination of some jobs. So I mean, it's going to keep the price down though too, but people are going to lose their jobs. So I don't know what is beneficial. The only thing I do like about Hillary Clinton, and I'll say it, is, raising it $10 to start. I think that's fair enough. I mean, I think that's the way it should be. I think 15's too high right now. But, I don't know. I don't know what's right, what's wrong. So, what's up, brother? What's up, man? I'm just here temporarily. I gotta go out and finish up the brakes. Oh shit, that happens. Wait for my brother-in-law to come back. I'm gonna make this announcement a few times throughout my broadcasts. I mean, I know there's only 3 of you here, but you are a few of the 3 that come in here pretty consistently. So, I mean, I could at least tell you guys, and you might hear me say it again. Well, I'm sure you will hear me say it again. But what I'm going to say is that the deal with Roman DeLuca is settled. I have no more contact with him. He won't be back on my broadcast. I believe he won't be back on YouNow. And I have no more contact with him, nor will I. And his number is blocked on my phone. So anybody that wonders what was going on, you may ask. I'm not going to bash the guy, but I can certainly tell you that he won't be back in this broadcast. Yeah. Well, I mean, I still get people asking me. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with it? And I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, if I was somebody that came in a broadcast, Ken, I would say the same thing. Listen, that's cool. Your show, do what you got to do. But that's a story, and I'll probably tell it a few more times. But I just want people to know, because I don't want to keep continually talking about it. It's just waste of my time and everybody else's time. So the more people that I can get to tell to that may know him, or may know of him, or seen him, less that I have to, that's fine, that I have to keep talking about it. I don't want to keep talking about it. I want to just get it over with, move on. Don't want to bring it up. And I mean, I know it's probably going to linger for another week or so, till everybody that knows him will stop asking. But the sooner that I can get that going, the better I could be, and start building my broadcast back to how I liked it at one time or another, without having any problems. So, that's a point I wanted to make. And if anybody, wants to know, I mean, like I say, I don't have no physical evidence, but what transpired yesterday was enough for me to think otherwise, but I don't know. Well, what transpired last night kind of maybe recalculate and rethink things. And like I say, I don't have any physical proof either way to say yes or no to his current situation. I mean, unless somebody could actually physically send me paperwork and prove 100% without a shadow of doubt that this person is this person, then I'll be sold. So I'm not going to bash him like that, because I don't know. I feel like it, I do know, but without 100% proof, I mean, let's face it. Yeah, you're right. But, I mean, you go with your gut. I mean, it happens in a lot of cases, with trials and stuff like that. But you got to base your stuff on factuality. I mean, look at the people that got off, for murder. Let's start with O.J. Simpson. Let's talk about that psycho bitch in Florida that gave her kid chloroform that got off on murdering her. Look at, what the hell's his name down in Florida that shot that Trayvon Martin kid. He killed him. The guy should have been locked up for it. He murdered that kid. I don't care what he says. But you can't go on just, gut feelings. Yeah, you can't go on just gut feelings. You got to have factual proof, evidence in a court of law. Now, this is not a court of law. This is my courtroom, so to speak. And I got you. I'm going to fan you. There you go. Well, I believe the person I'm talking about is, he's on the sex offenders list. Well, yeah. No, I mean, well, but hang on now. Let me just, in his defense, because, I mean, you could be on a sex offender list for a lot of things. You could be on a sex offenders list if I decide to go outside and pee in a park and got caught. You know what I'm saying? That's a sex offender list. In some states, if somebody's 18 and the other person's 17, they've been dating for a while, that person could be on a sex offender list, 18-year-old. There's a lot of things, but this was just supposedly pornographic material, which still is not right. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's not like I got caught with a 12-year-old, 10-year-old, whatever, boy or girl. So if you think about turkey, I love eating turkey. Now, if you're talking about the country, well, they're part of the NATO, so we stand up for it. Yeah, right. No, I'm not saying that he's wrongly accused, but I just want to make it sure that that he's not this. And like I say, we had what he had to say, and we're done. Okay, but I'm still not gonna slander the guy because I mean it wasn't like he molested anybody or anything. Still sick, yes. Do I know 100% sure if it's him? No. Gut feeling? Yes. But you are right. I mean, there are people that get wrongly accused. I mean, I was almost in that situation. I'll tell you why. I was 16. My girlfriend was 14, about to be turned 15, okay? So it really was only like 14 months. We ended up screwing up. She ended up getting pregnant, okay? Her mom was going to press charges on me for statutory rape because she was 14, I was 16. And at that time, I mean, it wasn't, that was a law. Now I know things are different, but I almost went to prison for it. So, you're talking 14 months different. I know back in 88, 89 it was. Okay, where I lived in Michigan. I mean, I had to go talk to detectives. I mean, they're telling me they're going to charge me with statutory rape if her mom wanted to pursue this. They're basically like, shit, you go do what you got to do to try to get this not to happen. We understand what you're doing. Right. Right. And, well, the only way that was really to get her off my back and not to have that happen was, you know, and I had every intention of taking care of my daughter, and I have, is that she wanted me to marry her. I'm like, what? You know, I mean, I'm a kid. She's a kid still. I mean, well, waited a couple of years, and I ended up marrying her, and obviously things didn't work out after that. I was out of state working, and, you know, she got caught fooling around. And her mom found out her true colors about her, so obviously at that time nothing came about because we were married. So, but yeah, that kept me out of prison. Like, that's what kept me out of jail. I mean, did I want to take care of my kid? Absolutely. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I talked to my parents about it. I talked to attorneys about it. I talked to the police about it. And listen, I mean, this is what this lady wanted. I mean, she like had me over a barrel. I mean, you know, fucking ramming me up the butt with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had no choice. Yeah. Well, longer than that. I mean, my daughter's going to be 28, so, you know, I was like, yeah. I mean, I didn't know how much time. I mean, they're telling me, you know, anywhere between 10 and 20 years. Fucking kidding me? This a fucking boy. I fucked up. I mean, she's like 14 months younger than me. You know, I'm sorry. I do what I have to do, but statutory rape? So, yeah, that's what I did. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys would have tried to fight it or something, but back then things were a little different than it is now. Nor my parents had money, you know, to fight something like that, and I wouldn't want to, you know, have a criminal record of any sort, you know. I mean, I probably wouldn't have the job I would have today. You know, who knows? I probably only would have been out of jail if I got 20 years, 8 years ago. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the first time. But, I'm the kind of person I don't like bashing people, okay? I'm not going to bash my ex-wife even though that we didn't really get along and she did me wrong even after we got married, but, you know, she was supposedly on these pills. You know, I always strapped up. I did. I mean, it was the right thing to do. And I'm mature, I thought, but, you know, she shows me these birth control pills, and I'm like, oh, you know, I don't got to do that no more. And, well, come to find out, she kind of sat me up. They weren't even hers, come to find out. I mean, I try to make all that known. It didn't matter. The one time I didn't, I was stupid. 16-year-old, naive, believing it. And guess what? I mean, I even told her, Mom, listen, she got these from fucking somebody else. You know, I mean, I believed her. You know, what boy at that time wouldn't want to go without a raincoat, you know, to see what it's like? I mean, let's face it. I mean, we don't have to be dumb here. But, I mean, I was, obviously. I mean, I admit it. My fault. You know? As far as what I'm understanding, he's supposedly not supposed to be coming back, supposedly. My understanding, how it was. By the guy that I'm going to guess right now. But I might only have a few minutes, Joker, because I'm waiting for my brother-in-law to come back. Mark's back? All right. Come up, give me a couple minutes. I'll be out there. I only got a couple minutes. My brother-in-law came back, so.
Yeah, I do too. I'm fixing to. I was just gonna holler at you a minute. I'm fixing to burn out and go to town. I'm waiting on my ride to get here, but no, I was just gonna, like I said, man, that's you're going about it the right way. You know what I mean? That's the best way you can go about it, man.
Well, I mean, I just want to. I'm gonna let people know, but I know me and you are friends and stuff like that, and and I'm not gonna be one to bash somebody over the internet or anything like that. What it is, what it is. I mean, people want to know what he did. I mean, I will tell them. But as far as how it led up to where it was led up last night, I mean, that really doesn't need to be talked about. I mean, I would tell you and a few other people that's been my friends and talk on the phone, but I mean, I don't need to mention that on here. I mean, my conversation with him privately
you talk
doesn't have any bearing on what I'm telling people, just to stay away from the guy.
You talked to him last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem sharing it with you. It's just that.
No. I mean, I understand. Because here's the thing: you've got to be, like I told you, you got to be really careful because.
Well, when I meant sharing it with you, I didn't mean like on YouNow on a phone call.
Well, you have to. That's why I said because that information. That's the loophole with that information is that. You can look at that information and form your own opinion off of that information, but if you come in contact with that person, you can't bash or slander that person because
that's right.
It's illegal.
Yep.
They're under a privacy law that allows them to not be bashed, even
that's
though
right.
that's what gives them the reign of permission to put their information out there like that. Is say, hey, look, there it is, but you can't do nothing to that person because you see this.
Right. No, I agree. And, I make that quite clear to the individual that, I won't be doing that because, first off, he should have knew I wouldn't have done anything like that anyways, but that's just not my nature. But
right.
To let people know I'm in Michigan.
That's not a state law that protects them. That's a federal law that protects registered sex offenders. It's not a state law. It's a federal law that you can't. It don't matter what state they're from. You can't look up somebody's name and then go pick that person. Yeah, you can't slander them. You can't. I mean, you can call them what they are, but you can't be like, "Oh, you sick MF-er, blah blah blah," and start calling them and cause them embarrassment because they can sue you for that.
Right.
Because they've technically in the law's eyes they've served their time and they've answered to their convictions. So you can't cause them any more mentally or physical harm because of what they've done.
That's
and it's
true.
like that with any crime, even murder or any things like that. You can't slander anyone.
If you do your debt to society, whatever the judge orders on you, and he did. I mean, he did what he's supposed to do.
Wait.
And so.
No, it's not slander. It's not slander if it's true. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Hold the door for a second. I said. I understand, sweetie.
Yeah, he's not. Slander would be. It's not slander to tell you what he's done. It's slander to make fun of the guy or call him rude names because of what he's done. That's what that is.
They want to know how we know so much. I've been in contact with them. He's been in contact with them.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of. Are you you want to know how much you want to know why I know so much about this guy, or you want to know why I know so much about that situation in period? Because there's an answer for both of those. Oh, the laws. Well, I have a really close family member that was among the population of wrongfully accused. She was 18 and the boy was 17, and they had been together since they were 15 and 14. And the boy was from another state, which was Arkansas, and my family member was from Missouri. And things went south in the relationship, and the mother of the boy pressed charges against my sister, and she now has to register as a sex offender. So I know everything that she's been through and what the laws say about what she has to do and what people can do against her and all that. And not only that, I've exposed, 5 or 6 of the real sickos over YouNow and other social medias. So that's why I know so much. Yeah, that has nothing to do with the South.
No, because I lived in Michigan and almost got hung for it, too. Same situation as the sister.
It has nothing to do with the South. Those people are equally populated all over the world.
True statement. True statement.
The only thing the difference is about in the South is that in the South, if somebody gets caught like that and they're the real sicko, they better hope that the law gets to them first. Because in the South, people like to take that thing into their own hands. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know. And not only that, I've done my research because I've had to deal with those kind of people, and I've come across those kind of people, and I made sure that everything that I was doing was legal in the first place. Not only the fact that I have a family member in that same situation, but
well, I hate to cut this guy short. I could leave you on here if you want.
No.
I gotta go out there. I was waiting for him to come back so I could finish these breaks up.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Just holler at me, I guess later on whenever you get back, man.
Okay. Anybody that wants to come back later, I'll be back on later. I was just waiting for my brother-in-law, so it's only coming on for like an hour or so anyways.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I got to go to town and stuff, man, so I'll just hit you up whenever I get back, or you can give me a phone call, whatever.
Gotcha. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you guys later on.
All right, take it easy, y'all.
Later. All right, I'll see you guys a little bit later on this evening. I'll be back on for a while then. But till then, peace out and have a good day.